Hello and welcome
was
to our
that
episode
comeback?
46.
Now hang on, no, we're not walking
Nope,
past
no,
that.
we're
What the
started.
fuck?
Welcome to the 46th episode of our Adventures in
What kind
Excordia
of
campaign.
dumbass shit was that?
Playing with us tonight, Karen, played by Pyro,
Did you think you were getting off the hook for that? You got your damn mind.
and Ariel, played by Norman.
And how gaping do you want that?
Christian, played by Silver.
Wait, what?
And Fergus playing Zonkiri.
I love the confusion spell.
I didn't know it came in AoE.
Joining us later, Morgana.
Confusion is always an AoE.
Yeah.
Oh, am I thinking of Fable Mine? I'm thinking of Fable Mine.
Play the game.
No!
Joining us later, Shane will be coming in to reprise as Morgana. And unfortunately, Liv as Katira will not be joining us except for maybe a brief moment here or there as she is at rehearsals. Because she hates us and personally wants the game to fail. But last you left off, you all had finished up the Hell Race, gathered your rewards from betting and obliterating every other racer in said race. And now we enter that narrative gap I put in towards the end of the session, where you all can go and seek out merchants and such. Now, let me say,
Know about the larva.
I know
you
what's
rat.
coming.
I know about the
What?
I know about the larva, you fucking monster.
What's coming?
I guess we'll find out. I also love scrolling past all the fucking troll tracks that Shane and his brother were playing last night, so I just have like 8 copies of Lois I'm Coming I have to go past to go back to the track I want to get. Just prime material.
Oh, is that Alex? Oh, okay.
I
I
don't
was
know.
wondering who that was.
So, chilling around the scrapyard, I believe Morgana had paid and built her bike already. Christian, do you remember?
I think we did. I remember rolling for it while I was exhausted.
Hmm.
And I know I got it.
I'll ask Shane when he gets here in a little bit, because he keeps precise notes.
I have Tinker Tools 2829, which I believe that was for building it.
Yeah, I know that it was a little bit. We were all a little bit screwy in the head at the end of last session, so let's run together a little bit. Now, Zonkiri, you had 444 soul coins. Where did you want to go first?
Is there a market?
Not too far out, but yeah.
Zonkir
It's a
will go to
little,
the...
it's like a ravine with different rope bridges and buildings built on the sides. It just goes deeper and deeper. Hard to see the bottom, but you see goods exchanged.
Zonkir will head down into the ravine and see if there's anything that catches his eye.
You see all sorts of like human flesh by the pound, and other various like generally demonic things, just scrap iron. And you notice that the deeper you go, the more insidious and rare the ingredients. About 15 minutes of descending, you come to a merchant that's selling bootleg angel wings, angel feathers. You continue down.
Bootleg?
Mm-hmm.
So are they just bird feathers then?
No. They were in the same way. I think I might have swapped up the words, but the same way you had bootleg alcohol. It was just cheap, nasty. This is cheap, nasty angel wings that they've gathered. Or rather, produced.
Looks down at him. You got these off an Azamod. Just throws them back in his face and walks away.
Pretty much. And as you do, you see, like, burns appear on it. Ah! You continue down and down. You notice the lights get dimmer and dimmer as you go down each level. And it's now that you notice there's, like, small, roiling, dark mist. Funnily enough, it steers clear of you a little bit. As you step, it disperses. And you gauge a vaguely magical sense about it. Not vaguely. And you have a sensation that it is some sort of magical effect.
Interesting.
Did anybody go with him?
Think it'd be counterproductive if I went with them.
I don't think I did.
I'm pretty sure Karen went down there with him. They'd be under the impression Zonkiri was there to sell Karen.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Still got a couple of Dons in the tank. I'm sure we can find something to do.
You eventually come across a livestock merchant.
Oh. Not particularly far down here for selling livestock. What do you have in the pens?
There's bigger space down here. And more discreet customers. As you see this, like... There's like a single candle on the counter. And it's got a very low flame. This shadowed figure, like, opens up a gate to allow you back to a pen. And you just hear this squirming and writhing of, like, mucousy flesh.
Oh, I was wondering where we'd find these. You know?
Give me a perception or investigation check as you're looking around this pen.
Oof.
Yep. And you don't notice anything odd about them? There's just a lot of them you can hear. The curse from when I touched your Dice-aster remains.
Yeah, I saw that like 5-year-old.
Yeah, it happens every time your DM touches your dice. Doesn't matter who you are.
Looking over the writhing mass, Zonkiri is going to try to see if he can discern any quality ones.
Give me either a religion, arcana, or investigation. I think I know which one you'll take, but the other ones you could kind of justify.
I already did investigation.
Well, maybe nature instead of religion.
Yeah, there's nothing natural about these things.
No, you're right. Damn, brother.
Get off my dice.
Never. As long as I keep him low, you can't do anything. Yet. He still can. He just doesn't have to roll for them. You find a good handful of healthy specimens, free of abscesses or cuts, free of being mauled by others.
No. Not falling for that. I'm not falling for that. Zonkiri is going to go find the most scarred up one there is. He's not taking any of these baby-faced, fleshy, spongy ones.
You see this busted up one with old withered hair, like one eye gashed out, just twitching in the corner. And all the others seem to like give it a radius just to stay away from it, and it like hisses at you as you approach.
Ah.
Hello there.
Keep making the noise, Pyro.
What is the shopkeeper?
Hard to tell. Some large demon.
So it looks like the butcher. From
Connor's
fucking
definitely
Diablo.
not. Currently going to 5e tools, filtering for fiend, and then picking something of a high CR.
Put a picture of the butcher from Diablo in there.
It looks meaty. You wanna
Oh,
roll a religion check to buy me more time?
balance.
Sure. Religion.
I mean, it looks like a large insectoid-like creature with mandibles and mantis-like eyes.
Insect. Demon. ICR.
Walking with a large spear.
Large spear. A trident?
Nope. Quite cold to be around. I'm surprised this has taken him this long.
Yeah, it's because that's not a demon, you dumbass. That's a
I
devil.
know.
It's in the name.
I know. But it's here. Because fuck it. So I picked it, and then I saw in the parentheses it said devil.
Basic.
Uh-huh.
You need to look at the parentheses. It's literally called an ice devil.
Shut up.
No, we didn't have an ass bitch.
Alright, This is the same day of the race, yes?
It can be.
Okay. Alright. Did I use both of my 5th level spell slots?
You never cast a spell after you left.
Oh, okay.
You didn't have to.
Yeah. You may have done one enhance ability, but I don't think you did.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Alright. So,
Like I said,
Zunkir
pull it out of the water.
will be looking around. How many of these larvae are there?
With the investigation you made earlier, a lot.
A lot. Okay.
It's now as you're kind of wading through them, you see there's like a small little like opening like into like a cave wall, and you hear there's like a little slit basically where they can slither in and out, and you don't know how many are behind this wall, but these are the ones that have currently like been pushed out or crawled out for floor time.
Okay. Hmm. How much per lava?
Looks at you. 2 coins per larva.
I get the feeling he's trying to rip me off.
Make an insight check. I mean, he's a
You
devil.
really just rub your hands on the sheet.
You
didn't
definitely know not to trust him, but you don't pick up anything or any information that makes you think that it's egregiously unfair. As long as it's the same day of when I touched his sheet in game, it'll be fine.
Alright, then. I'll go ahead and buy that one. He points to like the scarred, beat up one. I'll be down for more later. I have to go collect more soul coins.
He puts down he holds out a little black leather pouch and opens it up for you to drop the coins in.
Drop 2 coins in.
You drop them and you never hear them clink. And then it seals up. All yours. As he grabs a little spear and like digs it under it and lifts it off the ground. Moves it over to just like drop it in your hands.
The skeletons will, hoist it above their head.
Mm-hmm.
Judgment.
You can give me a religion check if you want to see what bag he has. Because it itches in the back of your head that it looks familiar. Wonderful. It definitely doesn't look infernal in nature. Anything else you can surmise? But
Oh!
if you
Yeah,
if you
yeah,
guess
I'm gonna-
correctly, I'll tell you.
The soul bag from Nighthag.
Sure is.
Oh, I love these little things. They're so fun to barter with. Alright, Zonkiri is going to cast another spell. Alright, I suppose cast a spell. He hasn't actually cast one yet.
Mm-hmm.
He is going to cast... Ah, shit, I didn't prepare today. Damn it. Oh, well.
Well, you step out onto the ledge, having bought the one very grouchy larva. Assuming you don't have anything else you wanted to try on this guy.
No, not yet.
Did you want to continue looking for other things to buy?
Yeah, we'll see if there's anything else around.
You want to go about the same level, or you want to see how deep you can get?
What do you think?
You continue to descend. You come to a point where there's just you see this mist also opposes your skeletons as they walk through it, and it's almost like there's it's almost like a wind walls around you sometimes that just this mist now fully obscuring what the upper levels of the ravine are just stays off of you. You eventually come to a smaller stand that reeks horridly of flesh. You see a small figure with a large knife, about half the size of its body, just sitting there. Looks up to you, and its like neck elongates, giving it about half its body length as a boost. Have you come for alterations?
Alterations.
Yes. It's kind of gotta look like what are those little those big-eyed monkeys? They're like in Madagascar, or they're not lemurs, but actually it might be a lemur. I know I can't remember the name of the animal, but they got the big head and eyes.
The Trasier?
Spell that for me.
No.
Yeah. TARSIER?
Yes, that's it. It's one of those.
Cool.
But with like almost like a giraffe-like extendable neck that reaches out as you get close.
Yes, alterations.
As you see, like, its ribs pop and unlatch, and like two smaller arms pop out to grab the blade.
I see many flaws we can address.
Interesting. And who exactly it is going to be performing these alterations?
Yours truly, of course.
Its jaw like pops and unhinges and splits out. It's drooling just a little bit.
What are you?
A tailor, of course.
Alright, go ahead and give me your sales pitch. What do you suggest?
I see you are frail. I see your eyes do not work. I see you miss a nose. Your skin is old.
Looks you up and down.
Do you desire wings, spines, a tail, poison fangs?
Those would be useful. Tell me more about these eyes.
Those two smaller arms, you hear this crunching, popping noise as they rotate around to the back, and like a frog's tongue, launch out and grab two things behind it, and slingshot back for it, popping back around.
These eyes of lesser demons I can affix. Skin and peer and place over yours, give you a vision of night.
How much?
Starts sniffing in the air.
It'll only put you back 10 soul coins.
Deal.
You place down the 10. He goes,
And if you'd like to go even further, we can get better eyes.
Uh-oh.
It'll only cost you another 20.
And where would these have come from?
Does it matter where or whose they were?
Good point. Allow me to rephrase. Why are these worth it?
as he grabs this, like, it almost looks like a small crystal, like, eye of Sauron from underneath the counter.
Many demons are not affected by magical darkness. Now you can be immune as well.
Hmm. You're very good at salesmanship.
Thank you.
All right. That's 30.
How would you like the tail of a bone devil?
Hmm.
Venom barb included?
Zontier just kind of turns and looks over his shoulder, looks at his butt, and kind of wiggles up a little bit, imagining the tail there. Nah, make me like two tiefling.
Good point. We shall work on the eyes first, and then we can discuss more. Please, sit.
Of course. I suppose you'd always want to return customer, assuming your work is up to snuff.
Oh, I assure you, my work is up to snuff.
All right then. Zonkiri will lay down on the operating table.
You see, oh yeah,
I was going to say, by operating table, I probably mean some sort of ritualistic altar.
yeah. You see this creature continues to pop and disjoint as it like crawls up onto the table, like skittering. As it grabs these eyes, and you see it takes that large knife and like cuts them open. As you put your head back, goes, "Now lay very still." As he places them almost like contacts onto you, you feel like the hum of magic as it begins to murmur something in abyssal. And you see those contacts slowly just fuse onto your eyes until there's no longer any light refraction from them, but you can see further.
I imagine this whole time Zonkiri's talking to him like he would talk to somebody at a dentist. I didn't realize there were any flesh warpers still around.
I am of a older breed. Well, I learned from an old school, some would say classical masters.
It's a bit more like a barbershop conversation to him. Just trying to flex it. He studied under this and that, and you know this suits you better this way. And given the you've had a hairdresser been like, oh, you've got such thick hair. It's the similar. You have such accursed flesh. Just
Oh, that feels dreadful. You know what? I might have to come back here with some associates later.
Yes, I always enjoy my business.
And as he grabs you by the shoulder and lifts you up, you now have superior dark vision
Cool.
out to 60 feet.
What?
Yeah, it's the normal dark vision, isn't it?
Yes? You just said superior, though. Superior is 120.
I've said the wrong ability then. The demon one lets you see through magic. Oh,
Devil's Sight?
Devil's Sight in addition to... My bad. I misremember the name. You have Dark Vision and Devil's Sight now.
Cool.
My bad. I misremembered which abilities were which.
Yeah, no, superior dark vision is that thing drow have where they can see 120 feet in darkness.
My bad.
Hey, yeah!
Yeah, well, one little creature on it starts to crawl up on his table to come and examine you. Smack it down. 'Cause it's
My dog was climbing on the computer.
You smack like this monstrosity rat amalgamation down off the table and it falls into the ravine.
Your work is appreciated.
Come back if you desire wings or any other modification. Or just general fleshcraft. It's always a pleasure to perform art on such a willing participant.
He starts to like compress again and shrink back down. You also notice that the coins you set on the table, it left them there, and now you turn and they're gone.
Oh, yeah. Alright, then time to take these new puppies for a spin. Zunkir will head back up to the ship.
Alright. You walk out of the mist. And you... yeah. Ironically, you feel a little worse having left the mist. A little more exposed.
The hair up here is just too light.
You want to make an Arcana check on the mist, or did I already have you do that?
You did not.
You want to make an Arcana check to gauge what this mist was? Good enough. It seems to be tied to your alignment.
Who'd have thunk it?
Uh-huh. Being evil lets you go deeper than others. If you had been a neutral alignment, you could have gotten most of the way down. Good alignment, not really any. But
Zunkiri taking it at the bottom.
Yeah, really. If there was a gradient of like how evil you had to be before the mist affected you, you were good. You could reach the bottom of the endless pit and you'd be good.
Zunkiri gets to the bottom and starts digging.
Yeah. Where are all these merchants? Nobody's ever made it down this far. Well, shit.
Well, they know what you.
So you make your way back up to the ship, and you kind of have like you have your new eyes. You can focus and blink, and like the lizard like side eye slits. You can flip them on, and your dark vision eyes adjust, and then rescind them back.
Oh, that's fun. Hey, Karen.
I didn't follow you down there.
Oh, he's returning.
Yeah.
Oh, you're turning.
Yeah, he's in the ship.
Oh, yeah. I come out of random kitchen area holding a thing of tea. Yeah, what?
Watch this. And Zunkiri will wink with his left eye. He'll wink with his normal eyelids, and then with his right eye, he'll wink with the devil eyelids.
He sips some tea, sets it down, and then just goes to the window and spits it out.
That was
Now, does Karen see the thing your skeletons are holding?
probably.
Karen, you see a 6-foot-long, writhing, larva-like creature with the face of a humanoid, writhing and screeching on the ship.
I just deadpan look at Zenkiri. What is that?
It's a soul lava.
I see. And with carry on, he picks up his tea and he walks away.
Alright. Come along, you. I don't know what your name is. You can't speak. You can't speak yet, can you?
Well,
Hmm.
See, Pyro does better solar noises than me.
let's see. I'm closer to a goblin in the evolutionary tree than you.
Well, congratulations on my newest project. Don't worry, I'm going to be bringing up a few of your friends from the bottom later. And by friends, I mean food.
Oh,
Yes, exactly that noise.
you found my backup character.
No.
Just stares at like stops, stares at Zenkiri. Father, I hunger for violence.
Hold on. Hold on.
I am back.
Where are these things?
God damn it, Norman. Just looked at memes.
Yeah, let's go with this one. So this is about what they look like. I don't particularly like the 5e art for them.
Oh, it looks. Oh god, it looks like the floating head from Adventure Show. Regular show. God damn, what's the called?
Oh my god.
Ah!
You didn't. I was in the dark until you said that. Oh my god. Gary Bobbert Ferguson.
Gary Bobbert Ferguson.
Oh,
I can't see it now. Everything I judge rude turns to ash.
Gary Bobbert Ferguson.
So yeah, depending on how long we stay here, Zunkiri might go back down for more later, but he's done for now.
Okay. This will have been happening as Silver and Morgana had built the what's it called? The Hell's Ride. And I don't think anybody else had any other business to do.
In hell, particularly.
Technically, Katira has not had her dream yet in this flashback. We'll say she's meditating, given that we're getting towards the end of the, 24-hour cycle.
Damage. Here we go.
So, you all wake up after spending a day on Apple's ship. Katira wakes you, Zonkiri, and Dariel up in the night and has explained that her friends on Dilnita are in trouble and she needs to go. And she gives you the piece of bone fragment, trusting that you would know more about sympathetic magic than anybody she could run into.
Very well.
If nobody has any other business to do, then Apple is going to offer to give you all one last ride. Katira will explain to you that there is a permanent magic circle on Dilniter that she used to originally get taken to Leoteth that you all can use to get back. Or you can ride back with Apple. But she, away from you all, makes a plea to Apple, who will agree to take her to Dilniter. The rest of you all, having a, well, everyone can give me a religion or arcana check.
Pretty good.
This is for looking up information or recalling information about Dilniter.
Religan. Did I pull up Deza sheet?
No.
Nope.
There you go,
Finally-
Quirks. It's not the
finally
same
starting
day.
Finally wore off.
Yeah, you're finally the day after in game, like I said. Oh,
What the fuck's a dilly near?
what's a dilly bar?
Winnie Hudjut.
So, and Daryl's on Kiri Silver. You all know Dilniter as the Shadowfell planet. And after talking with Katira for a bit, you all pretty much gather that you all are a higher susceptibility to becoming infected with the Astray. You basically learn that there is this supernatural plague that affects the planet and slowly turns people, or quickly if you get attacked by one of the monsters, into Astray. The Zonkir, you draw similarities to them and the Sorrowsworn. And as you all are having this conversation, it becomes apparent that this isn't a quick mission where they can just, you all could airdrop in, pick up the friends of hers, and fly back. It's going to take time to build up. It would take you all a long time to build up resistance to the effects of the planet, and it would take some time to try and locate where Katira's two old war mates were. So, as in a tactical decision, she decides to go ahead and start work on trying to canvass and locate them, while you all continue on with efforts back on Leoteth. Because now, as I've got through all that brick, you all are given a reason to go back, as a transmission comes up on Apple's ship. You all are in the helm. She pulls it up, and you hear a declaration of war from Governess Cromwell, who you see in this major image projected illusion, standing as she was before, except now the blues of her outfit have been replaced with these emerald green clothes with a slightly different aesthetic and metal cufflinks and bands over them. And her entire left arm up to her shoulder, over her heart, and extending a little bit below her rib cage is all this solid like granite stone with these odd runes on them. And Daryl, as you look at these runes, they start to shift a little bit with your eyes of the rune keeper. But you get a little bit of a headache looking at them. Did you want to try and continue to use the invocation on them? You read what they mean?
Yes.
Okay, I need you to roll me an intelligence saving throw. Okay. You will suffer a level of exhaustion, but you start to read short sentences inscribed on her arm. You see the hand that lifts rocks. And another sentence. The stone to abjure projectiles. And another. All just banded in these simple sentences, this thing that does that. And there's a couple more complex sentences, but there's just a series of unrelated sentences, but they seem like they're animated with some sort of magic. Until eventually you have to like pull away as you have a slight nosebleed. You hear the Governess Eloise Cromwell, in response to a recent assassination attempt in an attack on her city, is declaring war on the rest of the continent of Leoteth and any foreign parties that wish to interfere. She actively declares that Ina Alari and the elven settlements to the north of Leoteth will either remain on their island or will be treated as hostiles. Any city wishing to stand against the United Moonwatch Empire will be taken by force, and that essentially the time in which she was willing to diplomatically meet with people has drawn to a close, as it then pans to like images of Moonwatch has been attacked. There are like broken up buildings. You see scorch marks and bodies. And then this transmission ends. And Apple, as well as the rest of your party, I'm assuming, just kind of sit there stunned for a moment.
Well, that was stupid of her.
That happened remarkably quickly.
Huh.
As you all drop out of warp.
Did they shoot our house?
Oh.
You want to send like a quick letter through the courier? See if hopefully we're good.
Yaxum has a sending stone. He'd have alerted me if anything had gone wrong.
Yeah, I haven't prepared sending today, so I know.
Well, sounds like we certainly have quite the thing waiting for us back home.
Oh, yep.
So, Apple speaks up. I'm gonna keep working on your ship for a little bit. Did you want to be touched down on Jaketh?
And go back to the world map, please.
Sure, as you've left the abyss. World map.
Useless bag. Ah!
This is where you all left. This is pretty much where she intends to bring you back. Or if you wanted to ask her to go anywhere else.
Honestly, having her drop us off in the middle of the war zone might not be the best idea for her.
You know, yeah, let's just take us back to Atadia. It was nice there.
Any idea as to how long it'll take for you to fix our ship?
I mean, by myself, it'll be... I mean, to get it in pristine order, it'd take about a month, but, I mean, just getting it, flight systems operational,
What if Silver helped you?
I mean, I was counting on him as well. I mean, I could get it flight operational in a little under a week. I mean, do you all have? Are you all technologically gifted?
Looks
And-
at the fourth wall.
I
Yeah, they-
learn quickly.
All right, I might be able to use you to speed this along.
I mean, if you got diamonds, I can greater restoration you, so that you don't get tired as easy, or you don't get exhausted quite as easily. I think the better use of the word.
If you're willing to pay for the diamonds,
I look at Zankiri. Are we willing to pay for the diamonds, or do we just want to wait?
I don't think we have the diamonds to pay.
Yeah. I mean, I have diamonds, but those are reserved for keeping you all alive.
What diamonds again? Out of character.
If I recall, it's diamond dust for greater restoration. And technically, that can be used to reduce a level of exhaustion. So that could technically help, but that would require. Let's see, there you are, little shit. 100 GP in diamond dust, and the diamonds I have on me are exclusively to keeping you alive.
so if you all would like to spend the next few days trying to help Apple speed along, just getting your flight system back on, I would like you to briefly describe how you use your character's skills to speed along the repair of this magical engine, and then I'll have you roll an appropriate check.
I assume it's technically checks for them, right? So
Yep.
the primary people here are Silver and Apple. So I could technically boost them both by just upcasting enhance ability.
Okay.
And then I think it's Fox's coming.
I will. Over the few days, you will be casting enhance ability repeatedly on them, and that'll give them advantage.
Yes, I have plenty of spell slots to give at least just them enhance ability for every 3 hours.
Silver, go ahead and roll me an engineering check.
Advantage.
Yep.
At advantage, yes.
Boom. Wow.
Everyone press F5. God.
And here's apples. Yep.
You don't use Flash
Ooh.
of Genius, that might be. She has advantage.
She does.
Good thing.
The ship's more messed up than we thought.
The demon core has fallen off the pencil or the pen, right? Wait, no.
Uh-oh.
See, this is how close you gotta be to be really fucked. This when you got just enough time to suffer.
Might I be helping as well? I am fairly skilled in engineering.
You can. I don't know what level Karen's casting enhance ability at, but he might have caught you in it as well.
I can. I mean, it's a second level spell, and then you just gotta upcast it from there to get one person per level. So, at fourth level, I can do it up to three people. That's for an hour.
Cool.
Yep.
So you can
So,
make an engineering check.
If that's what it is.
Damn.
Connor,
Mhm.
never touch a sheet again, ever. Like, if he's just not here, he's put in stasis.
Is it possible to learn this power?
No.
Not from any Jedi. You Apple and Zonkiri, Apple and Silver, you all are hard at work, and you're not messing up the systems. You're just, there's so much bad quality material that you technically could use, but it'd be liable to cause problems for you any minute, and it's just, you might as well fix it now before you're flying midair and a pipe bursts and you start to free fall.
It's the Odysseus ship issue.
I
Except
mean,
not
this
really.
thing was all covered in duct tape and rusted pipes, so understandable.
So, you all are And Daryl, is there anything you wanted to do?
No, they essentially covered it. It's like she would be helping, but she's not an engineer. She would just be trying to help.
Do you have any history of things that you would think would be useful?
She helped repair that ship in that one city. I can't remember the name of.
Oh yeah, back in Etherfort, you did work. You did do some like rune repair stuff. If you want to make an Arcana check. Yep.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
And because our DM doesn't hand out inspiration anymore, nothing I can do about that.
Weren't you supposed to hand some out last session?
Did I not give some out after the Hell Race?
No.
No.
You notice I have 0 cards.
Yeah. Advantage on intelligence checks.
Behold.
Oh, ain't that ironic?
What did you get?
Just look at the last 2 cards I have.
Well.
I'm going for a royal flush, baby.
If anyone give me an advantage on that, at least.
You know what? I just got the card. Here you go.
Just remember, Connor, there's no such thing as a critical fail in a skill check.
I'm aware.
I dropped my advantage on intelligence checks, so
You give him a 15.
15.
Yep.
You actually get some progress towards it now. So it's the 4th day instead of the 5th day that you all are starting to wrap up. You've replaced like all the piping. You've had to design and make a custom rigging to house this demon core that you've got and feed it into your systems. And it was a headache that your 3 engineering people kept having different ideas on how best to implement it. And you end up with a bit of an amalgam of all they wanted.
Instantly feed it on the coin slot for the soul coins.
Did you engineers want to add a soul coin booster slot?
Okay, and sitting there holding a Glock.
I mean, you get a dripping demon heart that burns and creates fire. I feel like that's pretty close to a Hellfire engine, if you wanted to.
Fair point.
Nah.
Alright. So, 4th day, you have flight return. You'll have a fly speed equal to your movement speed on the ship, and you can leave it parked in midair. For its maiden voyage, let me grab some music.
Can rename it to the undroppable. Yes.
Oh, by the way, after the 1st day, you would have received a sending stone from Yexum Zankiri. There's a message.
That says,
Lord Zankiri, there was an attack on Moonwatch. Minor damage to fort. Should be repaired within a day. I suffered minor injuries, which stalled my report. And that's 25.
Oh no, Zankiri gonna be pissed.
He touched his stuff.
Your response? Just imagine the shadows around the ship have lengthened as Zankiri is formulating his response.
What if you're Latin?
where is the Gregorian chanting coming from?
What's that boss bar? Oh, God.
Hey, what's that red bar in the sky that says Zankiri?
I'm going to want to know who, when I return, will be back shortly.
The garrison on Fort Nix is the Minotaur, the robots, and the zombies.
Connor, question.
Yes.
You said we had flight capabilities, yes?
Yes.
Does that include interplanetary?
That one has not been repaired yet.
Cool. So it'll still take us 5 weeks to drive this thing back.
Yes, at the moment. You all could spend another week trying to fix your warping capabilities with Apple.
What do you guys think?
Given the overland is 5 weeks, I think we should try a week of trying to just. I think at least sacrifice a week to try and mitigate this is good.
Yeah, I'm agreeing.
Mm-hmm.
It's just math at this point.
All right. Similarly, hit F5 if you'd like.
Yeah, I did just get a Joker, so I'll use it on someone if we really fuck up.
I'll reload a second time just to be safe.
Apple does much better this week.
And so going forward, you still have the enhanced abilities.
Yeah, there we go. Turning around.
Mm-hmm. And oh yeah,
There we go.
There we go. Hey, there you go.
The rest
Funnily
is
enough,
off.
you all have switched planes so much that building a machine to help do it is almost second nature. It's like, oh yeah, it's just plane hopping. And-
Flying is one thing, but teleporting we understand.
yeah, really. And you knock this out in 48 hours with stellar rolls. It just you take your system you have. Apple gives you there's a large reinforced glass reservoir that she fills up for you. It's got this like pink and purple swirling fluid. It almost looks like it's fluid astral sea. She explains to you that this is the fuel that you use for jumping ships to other planes. It takes a little bit of time to adapt it to your infernal-based power rather than electrite, but with your all's rolls, you get it. She fills it up for you, and then shows you all the controls. Where would you like the key to jump planes? At the captain's helm or in the engineer's quarters?
Both?
Okay, so just an or switch, whichever one goes off.
Yeah. Essentially one on the backup button.
Okay.
yeah.
I ask because if you all get invaded and somebody hits a button on the captain's wheel, or if somebody tries to sabotage your engineering,
Oh, hold on. Zankiri, since he's the one that he's the one that pilots the ship, at the captain's helm on like the throne that he used to fly it. He's got all the buttons and stuff there. There's a big one with like a molly guard on it, big and red, labeled in like common, elvish, draconic, just a bunch of different languages.
Mm-hmm.
Labeled plane hop. Next to it is a very small button that's just a toggle switch that's unlabeled. That's the one that plane hops. The big red one just sends a spike right up just straight to the seat of the thing.
Oh,
Apple watches you install this, and you just see this like nod of like, that's rad. Like she
minutes
approves.
before the session. How wide do you want this gate?
Well, yeah, you install that really easily. I'm assuming the one in engineering is just a very basic one that has like regular labels and such. You can install like a safety key if you'd like.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of molly guards.
It's very aesthetic.
I'm a fan of Looney Tunes fuckery.
God, I just want him to like make the blade of something like holy metal and a demon present just to get smoked. on the spot, something like that, or the inverse, like cursed metal to kill an angel. Just I want somebody to explode trying to touch your controls.
At what point does he get lair actions on this fucking
I mean,
boat?
Connor, if you want, I can hook it up to a pneumatic system.
Oh no!
Kind of crossing the territory into some other stuff there, though.
Uh-oh. Anyway.
Treat the Geneva Convention like a checklist. I smell military spending.
Actually, fun fact: you know why they're called mollyguards?
Why?
So, the IBM mainframe, one of the early ones when they were using it and testing it, it had a big, off button, in case of emergency. And one of the programmers brought their daughter, who was like 3 or 4 at the time, Molly, to work. And she tripped it twice in one day because it was big and shiny. So they put a plexiglass covering over it to keep her from punching it repeatedly. And thus was born the Molly Guard.
Well,
Look,
I did have a
Well,
strange
you know.
feeling it was named after someone named Molly.
Yeah.
we as a species have a very fond fixation for the color red and big buttons and shiny things.
so you all finish your interplanar repairs. There's still some aesthetic details that Apple says she wishes she could have helped you all with, but otherwise, your ship is functional, even if it lacks some aesthetic retouchings. So there's chip paint and similar stuff, but yes.
I mean, it's got that Davy Jones crossed over with Dead Punk theme going for it. Rust Punk. However you want to go for it.
Well,
Definitely see if
right.
this thing coming through a wave of fog. Yeah, scare the shit out of you.
Well, if you decide you want to come back and get some detailing. Hang on, did you ever fucking pay her for this shit? Did you all actually pay her?
Anyway, we call this the slingshot maneuver.
Anyway,
She would definitely have tried to haggle some more payment.
I just,
I don't think you all paid for it in
Actually,
the first
we-
place.
Shane's gone.
Shane's gone?
Look at the Excordia chat.
Ooh.
Ouch.
No Wi-Fi.
Ouch.
Oof.
I'll definitely keep it to a shorter session then, because I don't want both of them to miss out on big events.
Okay.
So it is a shopping center.
Apparently.
I mean, she was gonna send us the bill, if I
Yeah.
remember correctly. We did get a discount for it.
Nope.
But
We can.
she was
Oh, there we go.
gonna give us the
She'll
bill
just-
at the end.
She'll say that because of these trying times, she'll just bill it to you.
Leave it on our
Sankiri,
tab.
do you want to make an insight check?
Good thing our fort fucking moves. Well, no.
Karen, Zankiri, and Ariel, you all want to make insight checks on Apple? She says, things
Sure.
are trying. I'll just bill it to you all. It'll get to you.
So,
Zankiri, you feel an eyebrow raise, and Ariel, your eyebrow raises. Karen, you see like a parenthesis in the air. With interest in payment plan taxes.
I will inform the captain that there is a parenthesis hanging in the air comically.
How much?
She will tally up for the flight system and the interplanar hop system. Or the plane hop system. I forgot what I quoted you all last time. Hang on, let me pull up my sheet. Where's my Google Doc? Nope, that's the one I want. Open view. Scroll. For the two systems combined, so I had written down somewhere the actual price I was going to run. I can't remember where it is, so I'm going back to my just general ship parts sheet and trying to estimate. Let me double check the base cost of an airship in D&D to make sure I don't undersell this. Oh, cool. 25,000 gold pieces for the fluid, the plane hop, and the systems. I should. No, how much? I might. One moment. I wrote down somewhere this information, and now I'm struggling to remember what I put.
While I was doing that, so
What's this 15? I mean,
what are we doing first? What are y'all thinking we're gonna do once we get this thing up and running?
I mean, go back to Leoteth, figure out who attacked her, what's going on, and whatnot.
Okay, lay the land type shit. Got
Yeah.
it. Advanced scouting.
Well, and she's gonna have to bill it to us, Connor, because we don't have anywhere near that much money.
Yo. Do you have layout?
that can be arranged.
Let's see. 20k cold.
Let's see, how much do I have on me at this currency? Nowhere near that. Let's see here. If I recall correctly, platinum is to just add another fucking zero into it. So I have 5,000 on me.
I have 1,450 platinum, so that would
That's
mean I would
10.
have 14k.
Yeah, so we're not far off.
You want to know how much Morgana has on her?
She definitely has more than all of us, I'm guessing.
Not actually. Close.
Well, I have. Let's
1,000
see.
platinum is on her sheet. You all have 20k.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
have 20k technically. So do we want to pay her off now so she doesn't bug us later?
I will leave that narratively ambiguous until we get a message from Shane to say he's willing to pay however much of his money. Oh, and Daryl has the.
Yeah.
I guess only Zonkiri is broke then.
I mean, he's a wizard.
I mean, he's been buying a lot of stuff.
He's a wizard. They're the. He's a wizard. They're money sinks made manifest.
I could spend more if I had it.
Yeah. So, between me, Silver, and Daryl, I can just throw in my 5,000. I ain't spending shit right now. So I have 5,000 on the table here.
We're gonna wait for Shane to get back.
Okay.
So we'll settle out that bill before next session,
Yeah.
and you all settle into the ship. Short one navigator. You click on the
Before
engine.
we go, I
Mhm.
actually wanted to go talk with Andariel a bit.
By all means.
So I will go over to Andariel, probably in the cabin. Actually, this should be at least a day before we actually leave or something.
Okay. finally found the fucking ambience. Go ahead.
So I go over, I go like, hey, Andariel,
Yes.
I know it's a weird thing to ask, but how's your mom doing right now?
Um, well enough, I suppose. The music box is doing its job.
Do you actually have to be near the music box for anything?
She does, yes.
Uh, just curious. Blind, a shot in the dark right now. I was wondering if you wanted your mom to stay here.
No.
No?
No, I've been without her for a long time. I would prefer her stay close to me.
That's true, but you also know that we're going into a war zone, right?
I have faith that Zankiri's modifications to the keep will keep her safe.
And you just want her to be in that keep?
She'll be safe there.
Yeah, she will. But on the days that we have to go travel, she'll likely be there floating alone.
Why do you want my mom to stay here?
Nothing special. I this this place is cozy. It's has a lot of joy in it.
Is there a
I
teleportation
would have.
circle on the island?
Not in this town.
I just thought that you wanted the best for your mom, and I thought
I want
being
the
in.
best for her, but I want to be able to see her without having to go through an effort to go find her again.
I mean, it wouldn't be that much of an effort.
It's a
She'll.
it's a 5-week trip here.
True. I was just thinking that it would be nice for her have instead of being just cooped up alone. And when as we go on adventures, she'll have at least people to talk to, people to be around.
I can
I know
talk to
she's
her about
been.
this.
I mean, I know she's been isolated a lot and been in Drury Place. I just wanted somewhere that is warm and people that could, you know, grow a relationship with.
Hmm. I'll talk to her about it. See what her opinion on the matter is.
At least she'll be at least a bit safe. But it's up to you. It was just a shot in the dark if you would have liked it or not.
I don't like the idea of it, to be perfectly honest, but it is her life, and I will ask her about it. If you'll excuse me. And Andario will go find her mother.
Your mother is waiting in her room on the ship. You hear the music box inside as you open the door. Ah, hello, Andario.
Hi.
Sorry, she would have called you Andy, but
One of my companions brought up an idea of you staying here on this island. I'm not particularly thrilled about the idea, but it seems we are heading towards a war zone.
I mean, we are. I would be likely safer here, but I don't think I don't want to be far away from you, especially not if there is a war and anything were to happen to you, or be any reason that you couldn't come visit, or I would be stuck. I trust this music box to protect me, but I don't want to be far from you.
Agreed. Alrighty. Well, I just wanted to ask. I'm quite happy with this outcome. Thanks. I'll be back later tonight. And she'll go off and inform Silver of what's not gonna happen.
I give a sigh and say, well, it was worth the shot in the dark to see.
Yeah, she wants to stay with me as well, so.
Fair, fair. I just have one last question.
All
Would
right.
you... What deal did you make with Zankiri?
You have to be more specific. I can't think of a deal I made with him.
I know that he's going to help you with your mom, and I know that you've been more accepting of him as of late, as I would say. What?
I think of him the same way. It's just simply he can help me get things I want.
And you believe he'll not twist the deal?
No, not in the least. I'm sure he will. But it's my fault my mother is like that, and my responsibility to fix it.
Everything has a cost. Whatever that deal was, I hope it's worth it.
My mother being alive is worth it.
We have to go sometimes, but hopefully not yet, since we're going to a war zone now.
Yes. Thank you for your concern, though.
Hey, I'm a friend, aren't I?
Yes.
And yeah, I'll go off, say farewells to my family, and wait for the next day for us to leave.
Yep.
And yeah.
And Dale's gonna make a mental note to try and remember what she agreed to save her mother with Zemfiri, because she doesn't remember.
Yep. Let me roll something real quick. People. Alrighty, checking that. Sifting through DMs. Carrying on. All right. So you all. Goddamn, brother. Goes in reverse. Yes.
Yeah, a little bit. So we can pay. Do we want to pay this off now before interest or some fuckery sets in?
You can.
Because we technically can.
Just tell me how
And
you're
we
breaking
got-
it
And
up.
Daryl will throw in the 5K.
Yeah, we got permission from Shane, so we can use 5K of that. So that we have 15. Anyone else got 5K? Silver? What you got?
I could throw in 500 platinum.
500 platinum. All right, we got we got a price. Connor, can you take that out of Shane
I
sheet?
am doing it now. And you all dump all of it in platinum on her. She just
Yes.
kind of nods. All right. Pleasure doing business.
And this is how she got that nice sports car. Just to tell you.
I look forward to being your primary. We'll call it repair technician specialist or whatever you want to
A
call it.
mechanic. You're a mechanic.
But I do so much
You're our
more.
mechanic.
I do so much more than mechanics. Really, an inclusive service.
I just looked towards Silver. Please figure out how to do this.
You wouldn't teach your poor family out of money, would you, Silver?
What was that discount?
Of course not. We'll just have to make sure it's a discount.
Of course. And, let me type something.
Gives you back 2
I
copper.
mean, if it's just me, I'll play full price.
No, that is the discount.
I'll
She's
ask
slipping
for
some of the
full
cost.
price.
The family discount here, she's giving some of it back straight to you.
Ah. 2 slow points. Even falls over.
Just wailing. But, I mean, since everybody knows, I'll just go ahead and tell you. You'll get 100 platinum back.
Yay.
Hey, that's 1,000 gold, buddy. Here you go.
And that puts me at a 1050 platinum. Yay.
So, you all make your way to the ship. We fast forward again. You use Unkiri are at the helm. Everybody's at their stations. Karen, I'm assuming they move you to the navigator while Katira is AWOL.
Fair enough. So I just gotta. Okay, I'll press
So,
little buttons.
you go to your new added side switchboards on Kira. You turn on the ship. The ship doesn't rattle and lurch like it used to. It actually just starts gently.
Like a car after a fresh oil change.
Mm-hmm.
You turn up the heat a little bit in the engine. Silver, you below. You start flipping the switches to prepare it for flight. All the hatches on the side drop shut. The little guardrails come up. And you, Zunkir, you're standing there, or sitting there rather. And you've got the switch to engage the up thrust.
Alright. Let's see if I remember how to do a slingshot on a vessel.
G, and I cannot search enough. Ha. Click.
Zunkiri will quickly take us out into orbit and then crash right back down into the atmosphere. Slightly to the left.
So,
To get closer to Leoteth.
Man, trying to orbital slingshot us. Let's fucking go.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
No. I don't think Zunkiri tells you what he's about to do in Dariel. You tie yourself and get ready to fly on a kite. Like, oh yeah, this will be cool. I'll help get over my fear of heights and vehicles. And then you look at Zonkiri and he starts messing with that side switch. You just have this brief moment of, oh no.
So is this just like a Geller field or something around this as we're entering the atmosphere?
As the ship lurches, not yet.
No, but you understand the rules of G-forces, do you?
So, Daryl, you are tied to the little flagpost behind Cairn, and the ship lurches up at a theoretically infinite speed into warp space. Give me a wisdom saving throw. I don't think moving that fast, I don't think a 15 saves you as you are dangling beside the engines that are spewing demon fire. And for a brief moment, you're above the atmosphere. And before you even have a chance to breathe out or in, you hear a loud clunk of gears as it shifts back down and just as fast. Karen, you look over, you see Indariel is just starfished on the floor next to you.
I kind of look down at her, and I you don't know how, but he just has like some saltine crackers and some ginger ale. He just places it by her,
Her hair is
just,
all puffed out.
and he does the Catholic just like, across above her head. It just goes back to the station.
Zonkiri, as you're going down, you see these small projectiles falling from upper orbit as Indariel puke freezes and free falls. And as now you realize that she had tied herself to the back of the ship as you did your slingshot.
Oh, that must have been fun.
She is starfished face down. You still see little like arcs of lightning on her puffed hair.
You know what? I put her on her side so she doesn't fucking choke on her own fucking tongue and vomit. They're there. And he'll leave a towel next to her.
As you all.
She's out. She's playing dead. She's not getting back up.
Morgana, come get your girlfriend or your wife, however you want to do that.
Morgana appears, picks up Andy, gently
And her
unties the
thing-
rope,
Yeah.
and carries her
the
below
wet
deck.
wipes And the ginger ale and saltines, and Karen will clean up the puke. Just the bare necessities, the simple bare necessities.
So, did you want to touch down next to your fort, or like on the outskirts of the like city space and fly in?
Captain Zachary,
Yes.
should we inform anyone that we're driving in so we don't get shot at?
No.
Is this a power play?
Yes.
Got it. I've just got out of bed, so I'm gonna prepare my spells.
I do need to know which one you're choosing, because if you try to touch down next to your fort, there's a check you need. But if it's just around the city, it's easy enough to hit with no ability check.
Well, damn.
Hmm.
I was going to do the city, but the check sounds. Alright, yeah, he'll fly toward the city.
You
As we're hurtling toward it, if Karen's standing next to us on carrying the bridge, she's just like, right. Now, one of the captains told me this was the lever to pull to stop us from crashing into this, and the other was the one the other captain told me. Which one was which?
city's getting
Karen's,
bigger.
Karen's sitting there wearing very pristine of her pristine suit and a concierge whole get up. I believe it was the former, sir.
The former?
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a bullet by its toe. If it's a howler, let it go. Eeny, meeny, miny. This one.
A fine shot!
hard break into air, and you do kind of like skid a little bit in the air as your ship finds its buoyancy and comes back to the point you tell it to stop at, bobbing up and down. And you see there is a large, not a solid field, but much like the bubble that was over Moonwatch before, there's this similar shield around it, but of like this scintillating green sparks of energy rather than a solid shield, which you all are flying up towards. Do you do anything before you cross through it?
Check to see if it would be permeable or if it would just crash straight through it.
You go to the very front of the ship and throw a rock into it. It passes through.
Should I throw a guiding bolt at its?
No. Just have just fire one of the ballistas, like not at the city, but like obviously like a shot that just goes like in and out the barrier.
Oh god! No set shots. She's sending to Endariel because of her escapades.
Actually, hold on, no, because if it's some sort of defensive field, then shooting at it, regardless of whether it'll allow a ship through, it might set it off. So,
I did prepare sending today, so.
Sad.
Contact the governess. Ask what the hell is this barrier?
Well, I will say I will sending the governess. We are back from our impromptu vacation. Will this barrier hit us if we hit it, or ride through it?
Can. It is good to hear your return. The barrier will let you pass now.
I'd look.
I would like
look
to
over.
request a meeting with your troop as soon as possible.
I provide no response. I will pass along the message to Lord Commandant Admiral de Doink the Zankiria first.
And as you all pass through the bubble, you see that green shimmer like coats the outside of the ship, and then it dissipates as you get away from the edge. And then Daryl, you oh no, you're below deck. You're passed the fuck out. Never mind.
G-forces.
But you all pull up to your fort, I'm assuming, or the ship or the city.
Barbarians can survive a drop from orbit. I'm not sure she can.
Our fort. We got stuff to unload first.
Yes.
Sure. You go and drop your gangplank on your soil. You see there's a small breach in the one of your walls. But other than that, everything seems as you had left it. And you see Yexum is in a sling cast. As he's directing, as you see there are automatons still. No. After a week, it's mainly just detailing work at this point. The wall's mostly prepared. They're just
He's in the
finishing.
sling.
He is, yes.
Let me see it. Make sure you said it right.
Lord Zonkirian. Karen.
Just call me doctor. Let me see that, and then I'll kind of make sure it's set correctly, and then I'll cure wounds it. It kind of helps help it along.
You see that there is a fracture in one of his bones. You just kind of squeeze it as hard as you can to hold it in place.
But this belt.
He
Click!
He whelps a little bit from the pain, and then you blast with a cure wounds, and it's healed. Thank you.
Resilient.
He flexes for a second. So, is Katira not returning with you?
She is private business.
Of course. I have repaired most of the damage. There were only a few skeletons lost in the attack, and a minor breach to this exterior wall.
Hmm.
Defense otherwise was a entire success with no losses on our front.
Hey, Fergus.
Hmm?
I suppose you've seen Overlord, have you?
I have.
All right. So you know the scene in the marsh with the skeletons and the giant golem.
Yes.
Imagine we don't have a gangplank. That's just how you get off the ship. You need those kind of shoulder pauldrons.
Right. Well. All right, Yaxum. Who was it? Who am I murdering?
The city has put out a notice that it was unseen forces, but I happened to gather a sample for you, my liege.
You have any blood?
Sort of.
He has a body.
Yexum doesn't have access to your room, does he, Thunkary?
No. He does have his own room, though.
And then in Yexum's room, he will take you and show you what the assailant looked like. As you see, there's a body in there.
I suppose you do have blood.
You'd think, as you see, there's like, from its open wounds, you see these like violet, like fluorescent leaking fluid.
Hells?
Can we get a description of this corpse?
You see a pale-skinned humanoid with matted black hair. You see these like sprawling purple veins under its eyes with pitch black eyes with just purple pupils, not pupils, irises. They are dressed up in just dark-colored, unmarked leather armor. They have clawed fingers, very sharp incisor fangs. Not incisors. Fangs.
You motherfuckers! Go on.
No, you're onto it, Karen. Keep going.
Wait, they don't usually leave bodies. Is this? He's just. I start poking it. They usually turn to dust when they die, right? Or is that exclusively when it's sunlight?
Usually exclusively sunlight. You also will notice that the window is drawn in here. Like the curtains have been drawn, so that no sunlight's getting in.
Well, as you can see by the fucking chompers, that is the scientific term. I just put it myself. This is most likely a vampire. So, why are they going after her? That's what I'm curious about. Well, I mean, I know why they came here, but does it mean there's multiple factions in here, or?
You look. Give me a religion or nature check, Karen. Oh, sorry, a religion or medicine check.
I'll take medicine. 16.
And Ariel, in a second, give me another intelligence save. Another 16.
If? Oh god.
We'll get to it.
Oh.
Can these look like almost vampires? You have them open the curtain, and you see that they don't. The body doesn't burn away in the sun. It just kind of wrinkles and ages.
Weren't they abducting them here in the Underdark, or am I remembering something incorrectly?
That is correct.
Yeah, they were. You stopped the kidnapping, if I remember correctly.
But they had probably gathered a fine stock for them, so...
You draw a syringe of this fluid, and it almost looks like blood, but it's a bit too watery.
This is not quite blood. If it is, something is very wrong with it. Describe them physically to me again. Did they have any veins or anything that looked darkened as if from extended drug use or something that might
They
have been?
all their veins are
chemi-
like bulging and darkened with this purple fluid.
I
like-
think they're drugging the Dampier. I'll try and gather as much of this fluid as I can for testing, I guess. But this is out of my wheelhouse now. Carry?
As you drain it like a
Silver?
tap, you see the hands like shrivel and age until they gray, jaundice, and like it looks like it's a long dead corpse by the time you drain all this fluid out.
How easily do these things go down, Yuxum?
It broke my arm, but I had about 30 skeletons to help.
You know what? That is a fair point.
But through 30 skeletons, it managed to close the distance and break my arm. I will say, the governess has collected all of the bodies, and the general public does not know that these assailants were like this.
Mm-hmm.
They seemed intent on trying to attack the ley line engine in the fort, but I repelled them.
Wait, it's been over a day, and that means it also hasn't been resurrected, right?
Correct.
Karen,
Yeah.
I need you to give me a better idea. Are these things undead or are they humanoids still?
Give me a another medicine check, because there's some very specific information you can gather as you're examining this quote blood and their body.
Alright. Just to make sure I get through this process, enhance ability, owl. I think it's
The
an
wisdom
owl.
one.
Yep. All right, medicine.
Owl's wisdom. Yeah.
All right, Karen's eyes are going to glow a little bit as he starts picking apart this thing right there on Yexum's floor.
It is kind of like Da Vinci,
20.
like dissecting a body.
Yeah. Impromptu autopsy.
You break it open, and you're examining it. It has history. It was once a humanoid, and then it became sort of an undead, sort of a monstrosity.
This appears to be a mutant, chemically induced. It's mostly undead, give or take 40, 50, or 60%. But otherwise, it's just a mishmash, pure chaos. I've had to put a label on it: monstrosity or aberration.
Monstrosity undead.
I know.
I know, I'm saying that's the dual type
But
monstrosity.
yeah,
Okay.
above board. It's a hybrid of
So, Connor, just to be clear,
Mhm.
since this is the second time we've encountered these dual type monsters in your campaign, how do you function those with abilities that target a creature type?
Generally, if it affects one, it'll affect both of them. So anything that has turn undead will affect them. Anything
Okay.
that, like a magic circle for undead, would stop them as well.
Okay.
They just count as both. But spells that exclude them, like healing, would still work on them. Like spells that target undead will work on them, but spells that exclude undead will still work on them because they have a second type. So cure wounds will work on them, but a magic circle or something that contains undead will still trap them.
Okay.
basically benefits of both, weaknesses of both as well.
Sort of. You can also tell Karen that this thing's was feral. It did not have a very good mind.
And it seems like it's a very crappy version of whatever chemical they
In
use on
fact,
these things.
when you like crack open its skull, it just leaks like goo.
No brains. So it was either a beleaguered college student or a bad mess.
Interesting.
And I'll say you get.
Okay, sorry about your floor, Yexum.
We have. I'm assuming you're gonna want all these fluids for research.
Yeah, I really should have had a proper autopsy table or some sort of room dedicated to doctor work in here, but that's neither here nor there.
He whistles for the housekeeping robots to come and start gathering.
Careful what you do with that. Yeah, there might be something in there we still need.
I'll probably grab our weaponized robots and place them on the walls as sentinels.
This might be the time where I need to start hallowing around.
Hmm.
What hallow do we agree on to start using?
I don't remember.
Yeah,
I don't think we did.
We were talking about in our DMs. I'm gonna run through there and look.
Right. So that's interesting. Perhaps the perhaps the governess will be able to shed some more light on this. Well, shall we? We have a meeting.
And that will be where we leave off.
Oh,
Or
wait.
not.
Connor, that thing about the heist, did that happen?
Yes, everything except that last part. Because
Cool.
I messaged you what the role was.
Cool. As we're about to leave, Zunkiri's going, oh, that reminds me. Yaxum, we have a new flock. You might want to make room in the pens.
Oh, next to Beatrice.
Awesome. Awesome. Oh.
All right. Will I need to partition between them, or will I play nice?
You're going to want to partition between them.
Death
Right.
to the Empire! Traitor in our battleborn.
And Zunkiri leading the scarred larva will lead him into like his own little separate pen and put him in a little nest of it. And then he just like brings the ship over and like empties or like lets out the cargo doors, and like dozens of larvae just come spilling out into the pens.
Yep. And I just-
Someone get the mop. Not me.
The sentinels have like their aim drawn on them. And they look at it with the human face, and they don't compute.
Oh,
I should get like an underground pen for these things. I don't want to look at them.
Well,
so
luckily you have tunnels.
yeah, tunnels that just lead out into the bottom open air.
Even greater impromptu bombardment. Let's go.
So these are what's known as soul lava. They're well, this is what happens to evil people when they die. They become these things.
That's
Like
cool.
he just like picks up one of them and like rattles
Whoa.
it.
Ah!
You said what turns into these things?
Evil people.
So you one day.
No, see, when I die, I turn into a lich.
That's that. Anyway, moving along.
No, these are for parishioners. But anyway, they're all bad people, so don't feel bad about anything you do to them. However, they make great sacrifices. Generally speaking, rather than sacrificing a person, you can sacrifice one of these things. He just kind of like wiggles it more. They also make really, really good food for undead, generally. Demons, fiends, in general.
Karen just takes Beach's Clyde and like moves to the other end of the pen. No, my children, do not look upon these.
So not only do they make good sacrifices, they'll actually feed on each other if they get hungry enough, or if one of them dies.
Like that rats in a drum thing.
Yes,
Speaking of rats,
and Once one of them has come out strong and well fed on the others, and Zankiri just kind of like nods towards the scarred one. It's like just like hissing at the others, and the others are like cowering in fear from it.
Imagine it's like an elephant seal just slamming them with its fucking girth.
They evolve into more powerful fiends.
You're making free-range fiends.
Yes, ones that are going to be loyal to me and under my control. I'm going to raise them from the soul lava.
Alright, just to bounce this out, I need to go figure out how to summon angels. This shit's fucked up. And he starts going to make it the tea.
I'm going to go make some of those for our little demon engine.
Oh yes, they would actually be extremely good fuel for the demon engine.
The weak ones will become the fuel for our success. All right, so let's look at our forces real quick. We've got a small cohort of skeletons, a death squad of Terminators with cleaning attachments, and now a arriving pile of soon-to-be fiends.
I mean, technically they're fiends now.
Right now, they're essentially worth about as much as Escargot into combat, except for the other little thing they have, which is why I haven't gone up to poke one. Let's see here. Otherwise, you do have a couple of those elemental gems, right? Yeah.
Yep, and we have several elemental summoning items.
Sure. Oh yeah, I do have that fucking thing on the anime sensor, don't I? And then I'm pretty sure if I can go and get the correct nonsense, I can start summoning that one newer angel spell, the Defender and the Archer, something along those lines. I'm looking for it.
your reliquary worth 500.
Yeah, I need that one, and it can't be silver.
I mean, you've got that. Don't you have a platinum holy symbol to Ilvian in?
That wasn't platinum. That was silver, Connor, and that wasn't.
Yeah.
And that one isn't worth enough.
I mean,
you explicitly told me it's not enough for that. And the one we talked about that did work was the sunstone thing around my neck for Dawn.
yeah. I mean, that's a holy reliquary. Definitely worth more than 500 gold.
Okay, so I can use this thing for some. So there you go, summon celestial.
Yeah, you can definitely use that one. Did you ever cast Legend Lore on it?
On this thing, no.
Okay.
Okay. So really funny you mentioned seals, because I was looking at stats, and they deal the same amount of damage and have the same amount of health, and I believe the same amount of HP as a seal.
Good. Literal clubbed baby seals. Let's go. Is this where good people go to beat the fuck up Billable?
Are we the baddies?
Yes. You know what? How about this? Since we're I can Legend Lore it now, since we're at the end. I do have a couple of those. Let me. Where's Legend Lore?
Oh,
Oh, by the way, I
Andar-
was about to get to her thing.
Oh, sorry.
Ondario. They're also basically currency, more widely accepted than soul coins.
Only slightly
You can check.
creepy. Okay.
They're very
Indario,
slimy.
you look out at that shield bubble, and your eyes of the Runekeeper start to focus them into words as you see symbols. As you focus and don't take any exhaustion or damage, you see the words, "A shield to protect Moonwatch," written in like huge letters that wrap around. Then you like
gonna
uncross
start-
your eyes.
She's gonna start telling people that she's seeing these written out.
Hmm?
Specifically, gonna be telling, Zankiri.
Does any of this sound like a form of magic Zankiri would have heard of?
I mean, you can roll an Arcana check. Some of it you've explicitly been told as a character. Ooh, Norvin.
Enhance ability.
Yeah, it's magic, all right.
Greater defense against
No.
teleportation.
Yes.
Natural
Hey.
20.
Oh. Yes.
Just. Daryl. Well, she's magic. Zunkiri. You vividly recall all the moments Archaeomancy has been mentioned in passing. Old magics coming back. The governess's new look. You piece together, this is that old magic she's done, and furthermore, it all has a similar vibe. All these ones you've been seeing around here, on her, in this one, much like you could sort of tell like a school of magic with detect magic. These all stem from the same source.
Didn't she promise to let us in on that?
You have a meeting with her.
Interesting.
I feel a bribe coming on.
Cool.
Yeah.
Did I? Listen?
I will say, in addition to that, you sense a mote of that same magic, like below your fort.
Oh,
If you'd
Yes,
like to.
keeping it suspended. Yes.
Yep. Did you want to? I mean, you've got a flying ship. Would you like to go to that point?
Sure.
And
guess that's an
Daryl, are you coming
ultimatum
with?
as well. I'll go with him.
Yeah, considering I'm the only one who could read it.
You
I'm
see
curious, I wanna
a
follow.
large round stone that says the cornerstone that lifts the island.
Well, I suppose if we remove that cornerstone, the island goes falling to the ground.
Question.
Yeah,
What'd you say this magic was called?
Archaeomancy.
Wow. So archaeomancy is literally just definitional magic. Interesting.
I think the person who created was called Webster. I'll jump off the ship now. I'm done.
One of the greatest arcanomancers ever, Merriam-Webster.
A name to show through the ages.
Don't tempt me to make that, because don't tempt me to make that an ancient, powerful wizard of this stuff.
Don't do it, coward. What?
You'll see.
Make him a guy too. It'll be great. Marius Luigius the Webstarius the third. I don't know.
But yeah. Oh.
Yes, dear.
I mean, I'll wait till everybody's here next session. Have you all roll those 300s? I know I said I was going to do it this session, but I was also planning on you all meeting the governess and having that talk this session before 2 people were gone. So I'll put off those D100s. But I'll tell you what they're for. These D100s will be to see if if your characters have the potential to perform any of these kinds of magic.
You're a wizard, Harry. You're a wizard, Harry. You a basic bitch and muggle, Harry.
What do we want to roll, high or low?
Low?
Gooba, come here.
No, not tonight. Not tonight.
Come here.
Not
Not
tonight.
tonight.
I need you to roll for me.
Mhm. Go ahead, have her roll 70, 100.
Go ahead and roll that one right there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nope.
Nope.
None of these
That's
count,
unfortunate.
but yeah. I desperately want to show off the new thing, but I also want to wait because
Yeah, she's got me a couple things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It'll be narratively more meaningful next time when you get to talk to her. But I'm on the edge of my seat, so I'm gonna end the session there.
Sure, buddy. You
Mhm.
seem like you're
I
struggling.
do. I do really want, but I'm not gonna.
You can ask Shane if he's fine with it.
Nope.
Sure.
That's where we're gonna leave off for this week.
We're gonna leave off.
We'll see you next week.
I've never seen a
Bye.
DM so burdened with responsibility.